happening, people? United Central here, back with another video. Podcast 85, sponsored by the OneFootball app. Make sure you go download it. Link will be in the description below for all your football news, your transfer news, if you're a Man United fan. And yeah, man, go check it out. Lots of football content. Who's your latest signings? All that nonsense.
Player research,
all of that. You know what I mean? And yeah, looks like we got no transfers, have we? You know what I mean? It's. You know what it is? I'm trying to be optimistic, man, but seriously, man, what?
It's a thing called laughing or crying. We've got a big season ahead.
Listen, a big season.
Big season. Yeah.
We could, you know what? Yeah, your reality, what you said. Yeah, please explain it to people again, because I don't think people realise what's going on. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we don't sign anyone, yeah, and I know we still got till October the 10th, but. You know what I mean? Our manager should be thinking about October the 10th.
You got to get the players in so that embed them already into that. Obviously, this season we're going to have a shortened pre-season.
Yeah.
Because of the Rona madness.
Yeah.
And we're not going to have that much time to embed them.
Yeah.
And then obviously you already seen the fixtures come out.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the fixtures, mate. You know what I mean? It's not kind, is it?
If you're telling me that our first so-called 11 are going to be able to sustain playing in the Champions League group stages and also playing that. October is an absolute mad day, mate. October.
Listen, well, we're not playing a thingy, by the way, Burnley.
Of course, because we're starting a week later. It's going to just explain that. So, Man United and Man City have been given a week.
Yeah.
A week's. So everybody else will start their Premier League, but because Man United and Man City have both been involved in the European. The Europa League United, Champions League Man City.
Yeah.
We're starting a week later than everybody else. So our first two games, when you look at the fixtures for City and Man United, it says to be confirmed. So the Burnley one, that's going to take place some of the month.
Yeah.
It's not taking place. So our first game is going to be, and that would have been a madness as well. Imagine going to Burnley in the first game of the season.
Boy, that manager, you know what I mean, the way they played press and you know what I mean, they nearly got Oli sacked, by the way.
But then, yeah, exactly. But then that's a massive derby because Man United players don't consider the reason why Burnley beat us, or
they're up for it,
where we don't beat them, especially at Old Trafford, or we struggle. To be fair, our away record is quite good. Our away record.
No, the home record. I'm sorry.
Because Man United fans and players don't think it's about derby, but it's a massive derby for Burnley. But anyway, our record at their ground is pretty good actually.
Yeah.
But team that we're going to be playing at home is Crystal Palace, which can beat any big team any day, any given day. So it's a dangerous one. And we were there last season when they beat us.
When they beat us, yeah. And you know what I mean? It's not as if, you know what I mean, it's a given. But you know what, guys.
So let me just break it down, sorry.
Yeah.
The reason why Man United needs, by now, Manchester United should have house in order. Most big clubs, Chelsea have signed They've signed Ziyech from last season.
Yeah.
They signed Werner, and that was a travesty that Werner was not allowed to compete in the Champions League with RP Leipzig.
He would have gave it.
It's absolutely shocking, and you know what? To be fair, if I was Werner, I should look at myself. And RP Leipzig owners should look at themselves. He's going to go to Chelsea anyway. Yeah. So what's stopping him? Just let him finish the season in the Champions League season. Then he'll go. He'll go. Player can get injured working out of their bathroom. They can drop this water on their foot. You know what I mean? Anything could happen. Anything could happen. So this idea, Chelsea didn't want him to get injured, is ridiculous, and it just shows you what football has come to. It's a travesty. It's disgrace. To me, I call that a disgraceful because he's played in all the games. This team is a team set up to play with him. He's going to go at the end of the season. Let him finish the Champions League season. That's just getting derailed. Manchester United, like I'm saying, Chelsea go and buy. Corona. Chelsea go and buy. Now they're hackling over maybe 10 million over Kai Havertz.
Kai Havertz, yeah. But they will get. It's more confident they'll get over the line. It's just, the intricacies want what they want.
Yeah.
Which is 95 million. Yeah. Fair enough. You know what I mean?
Yeah, of course.
But they've set the president. They've said we're still coming for him. Man United have almost just what? It's all died.
Hey, listen, I told
and guess who's stopping the deal? Do you know who's stopping the deal? Apparently,
Said, you don't listen. They will take in turns. The Muppets that are in our club, they will take in turns to stop this deal because it's about dividends. It's about payouts to them. It's not about anything else. It hurts me when Man United fans only really come and focus on the Glazers and the Woodwards when we when we're getting left behind. But our focus should always be getting rid of them. That's why my banner, it says Glazer, and that's why it says the Glazers out on my banner on Twitter. And if I had a YouTube channel, it would say exactly the same. It would say exactly the same if I had a YouTube channel. It would say Glazers Woodward out, mate. Because to me, and some people are like, oh, but why are we choosing when to say? No, we should be saying it every day.
Yeah.
Every single day we stay consistent, whether we win trophies or not. Because at the end of the day, these guys take money out of Man United, fans' money, throughout because of our global reach. They take advantage of that and they don't even invest properly in the club. And people will go, they've invested 500. Listen, we spent about 50 million net, I think, in net.
Yeah.
For 10 years under Fergie, almost like 7 or 8 years, Man United
That's a
spent
key
still.
bit. That's a key
Man United
bit.
spent still. While other top European clubs were recruiting top talent and building their teams.
How have they got away with this for the last 10, 15 years, yeah?
Oh.
There's still the depth's there. You know what I mean? They've recruited in the club, but not enough.
15 years.
They've recruited in the club, but not enough. Especially the 10 of Sir Ferguson years where we sold Ronaldo. We bought Bebe, we bought Owen. Yeah, this is a reality, guys. But Bebe, Owen, and I was a Valencia. How have they got away with this? When you look at it, yeah, this should be the biggest inquest, yeah, in football.
Nah, they don't have it. Because I told you, majority of our fans who are just disillusioned. A lot of the fans who were hurt and know what was going on, they went and set up FC United. And all, you know what? Good luck to them. I've been to see some FC United games.
Yeah.
You know what? They're not run perfect, but at least the fans own that.
Salford FC.
Yeah. Like Salford is another thing. A lot of United fans back in the day, they were like, you know what? Soon as Salford got set up, they were like, we're not supporting United anymore. So especially some of the fans in Manchester, some of them have left and do not support the club anymore. And that's what it's. But when you love a club, and it's difficult because we can't ask all the fans.
No, you can't.
You know what I mean?
Especially the new generation, which if you give them Sancho, they'll forget everything that's happened.
But it's not just about Sancho. Saeed, I can't keep on saying this. I wish every time I've said it, I paid myself a tenner. I'll be a millionaire. I'll be a multi-millionaire every time I say it. Manchester United need to modernise and have a modern footballing structure where not Mo Muppet, whatever his name's, this Muppet Glazer now apparently stopped the deal. I don't believe any of these things. These guys, the money to pay any players, the money that goes to them, mate. Are you kidding me? Why would they stop? When they're using the club as a cash cow, they have no care for Man United. And when they sign play, and this is the thing about it. So we look at the patterns. Every manager that's made it into the Champions League, they didn't back it.
No.
Every manager that's made it into the Champions League.
You know what? That's crazy.
Every manager that's made it.
So it's almost like saying,
they almost back you because they have to show their.
Yeah.
They have to show their their corporate sponsors. We're doing something to get back into the Champions League. We're doing something to get back into. So our club is wrong. That's what I'm saying to you. If Adidas tomorrow comes out and says, you know what, we're Man United need to spend money, the Glazers might do it.
I know.
Because the Glazers listen to corporate sponsors more than they'll ever listen to the fans.
That's a perfect point you made there. We get into the Champions League. Mourinho wasn't backed.
No.
Van Gaal wasn't backed.
No.
This guy wasn't backed. This is the problem here, because you know what it is, yeah? This is a funny story, because it's almost as if he's banking on Oli to go get in the Champions League.
Listen, they don't know anything about football, Saeed. You know what they're saying? Listen, so what's the problem? We're not asked about trophies. We're not asked about challenging. We're in the Champions League. Sponsorships come, corporate sponsors. Happy days.
Corporate sponsors on the match day.
Happy days. Dividends. 20 million for you. 20 million for me. 20 million to you. 20 million to you. Ed Woodward, there's a 5 million bonus. There you go. Boom. That's how it works, mate. That is how it works.
It's literally like a corporate business,
That is how it works. It's not a football club. Manchester United is no longer football. The day the Glazers bought Man United, it's not a football club. It's not a football club. Every podcast we do, we should have a Glazer segment. Glazer Woodward segment. Because we can't just, because we're not getting Sancho, we can't just moan about it.
It's like a commercial signing though, isn't it?
Yeah, listen, it's like... that's if it comes, Saeed.
That's if it comes.
That's if it comes.
It's all gone quiet, isn't it?
That's if it comes.
We've got a better chance of signing Sancho and going to Dortmund and, you know what I mean, and financially saying, come on mate, you know what I mean, come down to the Manchester. Because it's like, the incompetence levels, yeah, for me it's alarming, man. You've got one person,
So I've got a question for you.
Yeah.
What's happened with that Don Woodward
Listen,
banner and poster.
Don't worry, mate. It's not even. Yo, listen. I'm not even going to see the local photo coming out. You know what I mean? I'm not even giving a pre-warning yet. Saying, listen, get ready to get the biggest poster ever. Seriously, man.
Like a laugh or cry. Sorry to interrupt your flow. Sorry.
But the thing is, like, you know, we're haggling over one player when the squad needs absolutely heavily investment. Like this is guys. This is a level that we need to think about. Yeah, this is a alarming thingy. After we play, After we play our post Champions League games in the Champions League. This is only the qualifiers, guys. We have Chelsea at home, Arsenal at home, Everton away, which we never do well over there.
No.
You know what I mean? Southampton away, tough game. A new manager. West Ham away, you know what I mean? We got beat last season, not done well there. And City at home. This is absolutely alarming.
So that's in November.
Eh?
That's in November or what?
Well, it could be December.
Wow.
And then the worst thing is when you've got a Thursday Europa League game. If United go out of the Champions League, then we've got to play Europa League game. Then it becomes a Thursday Sunday. This squad cannot cope, Nuruddin.
Of course they can.
This squad could be in shatters.
This squad, I told you, what did I say on the last podcast? Man United could finish
6 or 7. This is if United don't get their act together, yeah, it could be a dangerous mate. Because at the end of the day, yeah, I called it last year. I said they've hung out Ollie to dry with the silence, and you know what? People laughed at me. I said they've hung him out to dry because for me, yeah.
And you said he was covering for him. His wife is not talking about it.
Yeah, he's not talking about it.
Well, this year he's talking about it now. He's saying that Man United we need players.
But we're not going to hear a press conference from him, yeah, until the start of the season. Because there's no pre-season. There's no training games.
Of course we're not.
We're not going to hear from him, you know, till the start of the season.
Well, he said what he had to say. He said it. He used the last. What could have been the last game?
But did he say it in a kind of a nice way?
Nah, listen,
you know, we need
about a nice way. He cannot be more blatant. He can. He's not. He's a club man.
But Frank Lampard said it. Frank Lampard in an honest interview, he said, I need some players here. I need some players here. We need to compete. Let's say. Guess what happened? They saw Werner and Ziyech within a double transfer straight away, mate. But I'm not trying to blame Ollie here, and I'm not, you know what I mean? I think he's the least of our problems in terms of getting transfers here. But if you've got a Legendary Football Club, is it not easy to say, you know what, Ollie, come on, man, you're a Legendary Football Club, man, don't you want to save the club some money? We're in the COVID time. He's probably going to think, you know what, man, I can't do this to the club, man, I love.
You know what, many of you can look at the different podcasts, right, the times of the different podcasts. At the beginning of the lockdown, when we were talking in March, and in May, I did say on more than one occasion, I did mention, if there was ever time, if there was ever a time for the Woodward and Glazers and the board to ever not spend money, to give an excuse, it's this time. Glazers and Woodward would have every excuse not to spend money. If there was ever an excuse, Rona business is.
Yeah, of course.
Right, it is. And the idea that they've already talked about this. It's already public knowledge. It's out there in the public sphere that Manchester United, when the shareholders meetings meet and Woodward's talking to them, they talk about social media. They talk about speculation. They talk about Man United being linked and how good that is, because all of that mentions means dollars to them. Yeah. So what they're doing, that's why I will always say, until I see the player holding up the shirt and signing, I don't get giddy. I don't get overexcited.
In February, they knew that the Rona was coming. Everyone knew. You know what I mean? Everyone knew. Why wasn't it a time for Man United to quickly act like Chelsea did? No. Go get your targets now done and dusted.
Hey, listen, I told you. You know, like the owner of Chelsea, he's got footballing people advising him. He has sporting directors. He has people who know about football who advise him, who would advise him to buy up all the young players in Europe and send them all on loan. At one time, Chelsea had like 30 players all on loan and stuff like that.
But still, though, the guy who was out loan on the most, called Plasic, they sold him for 20 million to play the what's it called, Atalanta.
Let me tell you.
Will there ever be a footballing director at United? Will there ever be?
When you have structure of a football club, you've got people who know about football making footballing decisions. Man United will be alright. Man United have refused to you know the saddest thing? It's like he dangles a little carrot in front of us. Like every time Man United is in crisis mode, What do you get? Your boy Neil Ashton at the work, mate. You'll get Man United linked with a sporting director. Man United are saying, oh, maybe it's time for sporting director. I say it again, and I'll say it till the grave. If Man United don't modernise, if Man United think that there's some exceptionalism, right, where they think they can just go and hire people who are there to make footballing decisions.
So you suggested we could be as low as.
I will always.
We could never compete again.
We can never compete again. I said that, and that's why you see me when I say it, and I say it again and again. Every time you hear me talk about this, I say it. The day that you see me get overexcited and get giddy is when I hear, and that's it. Man United have signed a sporting director, and they've signed a head of recruitment.
7 years since we last won a Premier League. 3 years since we last won a trophy.
Man United, it's going to be over a decade. If Man United, to me, if Man United was to go and get a specialist in terms of get a sporting director, and that sporting director then, can get a team together of recruitment, and then look at every aspect of the club, the medical department, injury. Do you know what I mean? Look at every department.
Rip everything apart as well.
Yeah, look at it with it. You know what? Just look at everything, and then make a judgment about that. And get the best people. That's what Man United deserves. Man United fans deserve that. We don't deserve trophies because your team has to go and win trophies.
Yeah, of course.
But Man United, for like I said it on the last podcast, and I'll repeat it again. Fergie's dynasty, Fergie's success, unparalleled success in the Premier League, gave us so much head start over Liverpool, even Man City and Chelsea.
You called it. How have we got to the stage?
And now, Saeed, we've in less than 7 years, we are miles behind them. And you know what? This can be solved, right? Easily. This can be solved if Manchester United go and employ. I don't want Darren Fletcher.
No Rio Ferdinand.
The best sporting director there is around, and then he was allowed to make the footballing decisions of the club in conjunction with the manager. Yeah. And then you've got somebody
who said, "No, I'm not getting involved unless it's a financial decision."
This is it. This is it. We've got people at the heart of our football club who know nothing about football. Guy thinks this is fever. Ed Woodward thinks Man United is fever. That's what he thinks.
No, but the thing is, how has it become that? After 7 years, the likes of Wolves now look like a better, well-structured club. Leicester have won a league title in that time, and they look like they're building on now. Yeah. You know what I mean?
Sporting directors look at Everton, Kante, who found these guys?
Everton, they got a manager, top-class manager now. He's looking at the silence of from Napoli. What's his name? Alan. Decore. He's getting 2 midfielders already. You know, he's looking to build on the side. You've got teams like Sheffield United, Leeds United might surprise next season. This Premier League could be dog eat dog next season.
Of course it is.
It's dog eat dog,
and the turnaround is so short. Where's the rest of the players? They need to be away.
The rest of the team have had what? When did the season finish?
Last Sunday finished for us.
No, the Premier League, the team.
Yeah, the other teams finished there 2.5 weeks ago.
They've got an absolutely...
nearly 3 weeks ago now.
It's 100% 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, nearly 3 weeks ago.
You know what I mean? And they've got a rest there, they've got, you know what I mean, they're probably recuperating there. You know what I mean?
Some of them might be, some of the injured players are still like getting over injuries and training a little bit for the new season.
But it's just like, you know what I mean, I'm just trying to puzzle, like, you know, the Premier League fixtures come out and I'm like, I don't want to see the start. Seriously, no, I don't want to see the start.
Well,
listen, I want it to be delayed even more.
Let's talk about it. Everybody is going crazy about David Brooks.
Well,
David Brooks as a replacement apparently for Jack Grealish, according to the Athletic.
I had Sancho replacement. I had Sancho alternative. I didn't hear Grealish.
No.
I had Sancho alternative.
The Athletic is reporting.
Listen, I know you love Bournemouth. I know you got a love affair with Bournemouth. Yeah?
No, I don't.
No, you have got a love affair with Bournemouth.
But the point I'm trying to make is 40 million for David Brooks. Are you having a biscuit? Are you taking the biscuit? To a guy who's had an ankle injury and was out for
injury prone, man. He's injury prone, you know.
You know what? He was out.
You talk about injury prevention, yeah. You talk about injury prone players,
and we don't have
exactly. So why would you get a player who's injury prone, who's by the way come back from a long-term injury?
I think the kid is talented.
He's talented, but is he ready?
And that first season when he was fit,
is he what Man United should be getting? Let's be honest with you.
No, but if he's a guy to go on the bench, Then he's better than all our bench players.
Well, we don't need a bench. You think Bruno Fernandes looking over his shoulder thinking, oh, David Brooks is coming on?
No.
Let's be real out here, but David Brooks is not a Man United signing.
Listen, you know who if they came to Man United and properly, apparently there's massive links to him to Arsenal. It's the Leon kid. It's the captain of Leon.
I looked at Dembele last night. Why do you get Dembele?
Listen, no.
The guy from Corney, the left back, Ayori, the one in the midfield. These are the kind of players that Man United should be getting. No disrespect to David Brooks.
Listen, Ayori apparently is linked now to. He's 21 years old.
He's linked to Arsenal now. How can a banter club at Arsenal be outbidding us, man? I've had enough, man. How can a club of Arsenal, this banter club, No, but they sacked the manager. They sacked the Ralstonelli. They've got hardly any structure in the football club. Casillas is gone. Yeah, but they replaced him just a minute ago now, and already he's thinking about getting the players in. Already came in, man.
Edu's the guy who's pulling strings.
Edu, man, he's been in there 1 minute and he's already there pulling the strings, man.
Catalogue. Littlewood's catalogue, mate.
Littlewood's catalogue, man. And they're getting...
I'll get it now. Pay it out of 10 years.
We always used to laugh at Arsenal. They're getting the likes of Seagon. They're getting the likes of, you know what I mean?
Gabriel is almost agreed. He's going to them.
And now Koulibaly's, listen to me, Koulibaly's going to City, Gabriel's going to Arsenal. Who am I United getting centre back? Tell me. Are we even going for a centre back? Does he even look? Does Ole Gunnar Solskjaer on the board look?
Apparently, there's a lad that plays for Leeds. He belongs to Brighton. What's his name? Something White. Something White. His name is. Yeah.
Ben White.
It's Ben White. Yeah.
Listen, Nordin. Listen, Nordin. Get your act together. Get your act together, man. Hey. What are you talking about, Ben White and Brooks? We need to be talking about Koulibaly, Pau Torres from Villarreal, someone of that quality, not bloody David Brooks, man. And again, I'm not stressing that he's not a quality player and he's good in his own right, but Man United should not be picking.
We need world class players.
Listen,
we need world class.
He's played one game. He's got
listen,
one goal.
He's been injured. He's had a severe ankle injury.
I don't wish any injury on anyone.
Listen, and the thing about it is that, I've talked about this on this podcast before, and I've said it. Certain clubs now are using analytics, right? Using maths, using these measurements of maths to measure how much player it contributes to the play in-game play. So Liverpool kind of use. If it's a fullback, left back, or centre midfielder, or attacker, how their injury record. It looks at how many touches they take on the ball before a chance is created. They take how much time they can run with the ball. They look at the minute, specific details. They go into it like it's like a science, right? It is their science, right, to it. David Brooks for me, when he was fit that season and he was playing for it was
quality last season.
That's what it was. 2017, was it 2018? Yeah, that's what it was.
Yeah,
he was quality, and actually they hugely missed him this season. But that's nothing. Like, he's from Warrington. He's a Man United fan. That's what they're looking at. Brexit FC, mate. That's what we're looking at. What are the lads?
Listen, we can't even get a Brexit out now. We can't even get a Brexit.
Listen.
Oh, we want Brexit players.
Listen.
Listen.
So somewhere we're building it. There's a thing to it. But the player that we watched last night, that kid for Leon, he is just.
Which one? Ayori. Listen.
He's just
the way he carries the ball.
He is just an absolute brilliant.
Listen,
if I was Pogba or Bruno, and
I'd be sweating, you know.
Yeah,
I'd be sweating if
Arsenal get him. Oh my gosh, good night Vienna. If Arsenal get him, it's all over, mate.
Because imagine, if Pogba was having a poor 2-3 games, I need someone to step up and say, listen, mate, you're not doing your job.
Bruno, let's say we're winning the game. Bruno, nothing's coming up for him.
Yeah,
get him up,
even like, when they say, for me last night, he had shades of playing CDM. Yeah, he played almost like
he can play anywhere across the midfield.
Anywhere. And people,
on the left-hand side, he can play on the left-hand side.
This false reality of CDM, do you buy into that? Like, the false reality of, like, you have to stick to your position. Like, for me, top players, like Thiago yesterday, absolutely. Did you see him yesterday?
How many tackles he was
How many tackles he won? The recoveries on the ball. And people are saying he's too old. Get your damn right straight, mate.
Very experienced player, mate.
What are you talking about? It's too old, man. It's experience.
A mixture of experience and young players.
But it's just facing the up, though. Koulibaly is too old. And then Thiago's too old. And then somebody it costs too much. But David Brooks, he's a good squad. It could be a good squad player for 40 million. Van der Beek costs the same amount, you know.
Listen,
did you know that?
Van der Beek
costs 40 million.
David Brooks or Van der Beek all day.
But then again now, Ronald Koeman's come to Barcelona.
Yeah,
Who do you think his first sign is going to be?
They might be looking at Atora apparently as well. My friend was a Barcelona fan. I was chatting to him, and he was saying to me, "Ooh, you know, when the game was on last night, he was like, you know what, Barcelona need players like him." So it's not just Real Madrid are looking at him apparently. So this Leon kid, everybody's looking. Do you think? This is what I'm saying to you. You are in a competitive market for top players. There's not that many great young players out there.
I know there isn't, but why am I United so slow? Like yesterday, someone tweeted out that we're never in for Gabriel. That's my problem though. Why are we never in for a player? Why are we never ever inquired about a player? Like people are saying, we never bidded for him. We never bidded for him. Well, man, I don't care about that, man. Well, I want you to know that you care. At least you're going for him.
There are more than one source that says Man United have spoken to
his agents. Why would you speak to an agent first before the club?
I don't know. Maybe we were saying, "Hiya, mate. Look, I've seen your shades. I've seen you in the photo. Those shades look really nice. I'm going to Saint-Tropez next week. Well, how much do those shades cost?" No, but don't mean that.
No. I'm thinking, you know what I mean? What kind of restaurants around the corner? You know what I mean? Let's talk first. Let's build a relationship. Let's be friends first. Listen, there's no friends in football.
Don Woodward is dead. It's Don Woodward dead. Listen, how much is he stressing you out?
It's pissing me off, man. He's not stressing me out anymore. He's actually pissing me off because we are acting slow, mate. We needed 4 or 5 players in this football club, yeah. And I know, yeah, there's still the season is a lot. You know what I mean? Some 3 weeks left till the season starts. I understand that, but you're supposed to act quickly. You're supposed to get these guys into training. You're supposed to get these guys. You know what I mean?
When we did it last season, remember we were 3 weeks. Let's remember last season. Juan Bissaka.
But one got 1 month. It took a month.
Listen,
and then
both of them, Saeed. At the end of the day, what we could have done in the first week, we did 6 or 7 weeks later. So why are you trying to hackle? Why are you doing all of this?
But again, why do you have the confidence in Woodward? That means you're confident.
No,
in Woodward.
I don't have this confidence. What I'm saying to you,
so the less time we have, the better we perform. Is that what you're saying?
No, what I'm saying to you is that I've just looked at the way Man United, Matt Judge and Woodward do deals, and it doesn't fill me with any sorts of confidence because they're not footballing people. They don't understand. They're thinking in terms of how much money they can save the Glazers and how much money they can get in themselves in bonuses. They don't care, Saeed. We have to realise that. To me, that's why I have to. You know what? It's been a weird week, man. I lost somebody, a friend and a colleague, and it's been tough times. The past
perspective, isn't it?
You know, past day and a half. But to me, like stressing about Man United, you know what? And a lot of fan base are, especially a lot of the young fan, because they're getting obviously everybody's slaughtering everybody on.
It's a competition on Twitter, man. It's like,
on social media and stuff.
Social media is.
But what I would say is that the Glazers and Woodward are parasites. Man United, they are parasites. They're sucking the blood and money out of Man United. A club, Man United, if it was owned by the fans, Man United as a football club on its own can look after itself. Can buy players as a club. I'm talking about in terms of the financial, from where we were when Fergie left us, and now we are lagging behind. Like I said to you, we are the laughing stock of European football in terms of what big club we were. Our team's nowhere near.
We're nowhere near level.
We're nowhere near.
Look at the Champions League last night.
Listen,
are we? How far are we off that?
And you know what? Honestly, I felt sorry for Leon last night. If they would have scored one of those chances,
game on.
Game on. I mean, the late goal they got was like a counter goal, wasn't it?
Yeah, of course.
They scored.
But how far are we?
It was from a corner.
How far are we away from the elite?
We are so far, Saeed. But if we then went and hired a sporting director, if then a top sporting director, and he was allowed to put a team in place that looks at every aspect of this club, and works alongside the manager and the board to recruit proper players. And it doesn't mean that Man United have to splash out loads of cash. That doesn't mean that Man United have to buy a Jadon Sancho every other season.
No, they don't.
You go on, find these gems.
Maybe that's our problem. Maybe that's our problem.
A sporting director will find you these gems. Will find you these gems of footballers. And you've got proper scouting. And he's got all of the contacts. Man United would compete in 2 or 3 years. I think for United will be
2 or 3 years is a push for me, man.
Saeed, we are so far behind now, mate.
We only just got David Moyes' point. David Moyes' points. We only just got.
Saeed, we are 2 steps forward, FC. 5 steps back, FC, mate. That's who we are.
So how do we get there then? You know what I mean? Like, next season.
How we get there?
Next season, the fixtures announced now, yeah?
How do we get there?
Next season, when we play
Apparently,
these...
our thing's gone down to 3.7 billion. Somebody got a spare 4 billion lying around?
Well,
Man United
the Saudis had it, but then they rejected it.
Nah, it's a Saudi. We don't necessarily decide. we don't know.
The Saudi agenda.
No, it's not Saudi agenda. The human rights abusers we don't need, mate.
Yeah.
We don't need
Makes
people
sense.
who are killing people, mate. Still bombing kids in Yemen.
Yeah. You know what? The rest in peace to all those that have died in Yemen, but I'm just looking at it now, you know what I mean, in terms of like, you know, going forward, you know what I mean, next season's on the horizon. Fixtures are
Show me the fixtures. Show us the first. Give me the first seven fixtures.
Okay. Crystal Palace at home.
Yeah.
Would you say you're up for that? 3 points?
I don't know about that.
Brighton away.
Yeah. Tottenham at home.
Tottenham at home. Newcastle away. Chelsea
game.
at home. Arsenal at home.
Woo!
Everton away.
That's at 7 games, 6 games. Good night, Vienna, mate. If Man United don't
It's make or break.
Man United, like I said, we said it on last week's show. We'll keep repeating ourselves. We need at least 4 players.
Man United
3
finishes,
players minimum.
you look at December time as well when you haven't got the squad. West Ham away.
When it's cold.
When it's
People
cold.
getting injuries,
They
right?
get injuries. Man City at home. Sheffield United away. Leeds at home. Leicester City at home. Wolves at home. Make or break month for us. Yeah. You know what? It's the reality, guys, of where we are right now, and it's like, you know what I mean, the lack of signing, the lack of investment, the lack of just going for Sancho when you don't realise that you need other squads, like, you know what I mean, you need a left back, a centre half, you know what I mean. Are the players looking at that and thinking, do you think the players players want strikers as well?
I think Pogba wanted to get off in it because the club's ambitions wasn't matching his, because he wants
where does he lie then? Where does he go then?
He wants to compete for the Champions League and he wants to compete for the league.
Someone said to me that he's won the World Cup, so he thinks everything's okay.
Nah, I don't believe that. I think if it wasn't no Rona, Paul Pogba will be at Real Madrid right now.
That's a reality. That is, you know what?
Paul Pogba will be at Real Madrid right now. Because Madrid's getting old.
Yeah.
And the other guy, the Brazilian guy, is in his last legs as well. He's not been the same player. He's lost a lot of form and his legs.
Yeah, of course. Cruz is getting on as well now.
Yeah, Cruz is getting on. But Cruz can still give it a bit. It's the other Brazil. What's his name?
Casemiro.
Casemiro, yeah. He's not the same player. Modric is not the same player.
No, not the same player as was 4 or 5 years ago, Casemiro.
Yeah. And they wanted somebody like Pogba to play that Modric role.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What do you think Ole Gunnar Solskjaer's thinking about now? Like, what do you think he's trying to prepare? What's he thinking in his head? Like, do you reckon he'll be a patient man, or do you think he's scratching his head thinking, "Where's my signings? Where's
Well,
this?"
he knows. Like we said last week, this is a crucial season for Man United because it says, can we solidify the fight back to get back to where we belong, or are we took 2 steps forward,
5
FC,
steps back,
5 steps back, FC, mate. That's who we are. And this is it, and that's why because we can feel it almost as fans. You know,
of
we've
course.
got first 11 that can compete any given day. They can compete, all right, but it's the bench. If you can't bring quality off the bench, that's quality that's already on that pitch.
Yeah.
Then
And we haven't even got really any kind of weight on the bench, like, you know,
then
people
you're
sell.
struggling. Then you're
People are talking about
apparently,
Pereira.
Roma's saying 20 million. Pereira, we should get him for 20 million.
20 million for Pereira.
Listen, I think we could sell 5-6 players and get almost 50 million between them.
Yeah,
It's over 50 million.
but when you've got the club thinking that you can make a make weight for Romero, for Grealish, that just shows you everything.
Did I?
They're saying that we'll give you Romero plus money for Grealish, but then it's like, you know, it's like,
You know what? You know what? Watching Grealish play at Old Trafford, he was brilliant.
Yeah.
Watching him after the lockdown,
No, he's been quality, man. No, I think it's been quality. The game against Arsenal. Did you watch the game against Arsenal? It was unbelievable. I know there's games, but he's almost carrying the team. But imagine him in the United team where he doesn't have to carry the team.
I can't say it honestly.
You don't buy into Grealish.
You know what? Watched him live. Villa against United, he was brilliant. He was absolutely brilliant. Watching him since the lockdown in the games that I've seen him.
But the whole team's been poor though. You know what I mean? It's like you when you're talking about Bournemouth and the manager and saying like.
But there's no one player that I was rating higher than Grealish. That's at Bournemouth.
Well, yeah, true.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
So for me, it's just, and for the money that they're asking for, are you having a laugh? Are you barking? No.
You know, Man United now could become desperate now in terms of how, you know, clubs now going to be thinking, you know what, get 30 million on top, mate. You're desperate
Because we don't have the structure, Saeed. We don't have structure. We don't have sporting directors who have the know-how, who know how to shift players, who know how to bring players in.
Yeah.
That don't cost.
We can't get it out of our. Look at the players that we got now. 7 centre backs. Rojo's just come back and chilling apparently. He's on his wage, chilling around like people that don't care to play for football. That's a very sad reality.
I think it was his agent or what was putting up his shirt saying Rojo 2021.
No, but seriously though, Jones doesn't care about to play for the team, first team. I don't think Pereira does.
To be fair, you know what?
There's a lot of players in the club.
Listen, we can have a laugh about Jones, right? But his career, we'll never know because his career has been plagued by injury.
Still 28 as well. Could still play, maybe. No, but there's a lot of players.
You know what, when you get constant injuries, it stops your growth.
Yeah, of course.
And you know how.
No, but the level of players that just come to the club and just almost become a wage, just earning the wage.
Like, listen,
is that shocking?
I remember we were online. We did a podcast with you and with Aaron. You know, shout out Aaron, still on holiday.
Yeah, shout out Aaron is still on holiday, by the way.
Yeah,
so if you guys are saying he's not here, he's on holiday in Brussels.
In Brussels. Shout out to
shout out to
everybody. Shout out to everybody in Brussels who are tuning into this, and also in the comments, let us know where you're watching.
Shout out to the people in France, by the way. You know what I mean? Getting battered by the police. It's crazy, man. Yeah. You know what I mean? You get to the final and bloody hell, mate. It's like get indoors. You know, because they were celebrating the final.
Of course, yeah. Paris that's their first ever final.
Well, exactly.
I think it's their
if
first
they win
final.
It, mate, Paris is going to be.
I think it's their first final.
It is.
George Ray, they got to semi-final. I think that team with George Ray got to semi-final.
Yeah. They deserve it, man. They beat the top club, man.
Yeah, I mean it's plastic club, innit? Let's be right. It's a plastic as that bottle.
Plastic, I see.
Plastic.
Not happy for them back. I've always had something about PSG, man. The way
well, listen, money talks, bro.
Well, money talks, yeah.
The 200.
But the problem is, would you be happy though if you had a club that had a good structure like that, still big in the play? You know how many midfielders they had on the bench?
To be fair, I'm thinking, are Qatar bombing anybody? They're not bombing anybody. Why did they ban Man United?
No, I mean, I know.
Nah, listen, that's important, Saeed.
I understand that, but like footballing reasons. Qatar are not doing anything apart from the World Cup corruption. Yeah, they're not really doing anything bad.
To be fair, no, you've just reminded me.
The corruption is bad. Yeah, you got to watch documentaries.
No, not just the corruption. They kill people, man. Those poor, whether they're from different parts of Africa or whether they're from different part of Pakistan, Bangladesh, or India. Those poor people who built those stadiums,
yeah, of course,
are working.
They took their passports off
50-degree heat, and some of them are dying of dehydration and dying and curling over. Yeah. So yeah, I forgot about that. There are human rights abuse as well. Actually, forget even that. Forget about it. There's footballers who went to play in Qatar, they take your passport away from you.
Yeah, I know.
There was that French footballer, innit?
Yeah.
He was trapped.
Yeah.
Paying him nothing.
No.
Do you know what I mean? He's trapped in his house. He didn't even have food to feed his children.
On the football side though, imagine how we're bringing on Sarabia, Verratti, Herrera, Gana Gay, the guy from...
We've got a squad. We've got a squad, sorry.
They had about 6 midfielders in their squad.
Yeah,
6.
Well, that's what you need to compete in a top level. That's what you need to compete. You should almost have like 3 to play in the league and 3 to play in the Champions League.
Yeah.
And then you can make substitutions in games.
You know what? I just want to touch on a little bit on the Paul Ince comments.
You know what? You didn't realise. Yo, he was a legend, man. I've actually met Paul Ince as a bloke. He's a top guy.
He's a pundit. He's terrible.
As a pundit, to be fair, it's like he's been dreaming or sleeping, man. You know what? Listen, to me as a Man United, he was brilliant. He gave everything to Man United, mate. He gave
every game.
Yeah, well.
Did you?
Well, to be fair.
He went into Milan.
Listen, the truth needs to be told of that.
What was that though?
He was basically told he can leave Man United. Man United already agreed with Inter Milan behind his back. So, and Fergie would do that. Fergie would get rid of players. That's what I'm saying to you. So, him going to Liverpool was almost to Fergie, you know what? Take that. Yeah. That's what that was. You know what I mean? That's what that was. So, I don't genuinely think Paul Ince was thinking, I'm going to leave Man United. And if he would have left in a more amicable circumstances, I don't think he would have gone to play Liverpool, because he would know that as a United guy who won trophies, who bought the most, after 25 years, 26 years not winning the league. Man United win the league, Man United win and continue to go in and win a double. He was there, Man United, he kept Man United on top of the league, and him and before Keane came, Paul Ince, man, I say this again, Paul Ince is scoring overhead kicks and that in a Charity Shield, mate.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Paul Ince is no joke. As a player, because
Cup finals as well.
Yeah. You know what? Some of the youngsters don't know. Paul Ince was good as better than Thomas Partey's, and even close to as a Kante back in the day. Paul Ince was amazing. Paul Ince was an old school centre midfield player who would make runs into the box, score goals in big games, be there and get counted, man. He literally stand up in big games, not ever shy away from a challenge, never said to give everything, to be going around to the rest of the players, screaming and shouting in their face, saying, come on, we've got to win this game. So no, Paulins was a quality footballer for Man United. Don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
Paulins as a pundit, Paulins is not an Arsenal fan, so he's not going to know the fact that Arsenal have got Thierry Henry statue and they've got a Bergkamp statue. And you know what? That's a slip up. What worries me even more is the likes of Jamie O'Hara and on Talk
Shout
Sport.
out to Flex though, man, for shutting him down though still. Flex went on to Talk Sport and shut him down, but what is he like, why does this always happen when Man United don't have a game where, you know, we scored so many we had so many chances to score. It wasn't as if our attack was a problem. No. But then straight away they come in with the idea of we need a striker, Harry Kane. I understand we need Harry Kane.
Top strikers in the world, if you look at the stats, the top strikers.
Lewandowski this a lot. Lewandowski this a lot last night.
And the last game, and then the other game.
You know what, you were right, you know, because I was thinking, nah, but then yesterday, he missed a lot last night.
I've said to you, I've seen, in the 30 years I've watched football,
but that's a good thing, you know, it's a good thing.
I have seen, where you start worrying is when you worry when the strikers are not getting into the position to miss those chances.
There you go, that's
when you worry. That's when you worry. It's that, everybody understands that. It's when your strikers are not getting into positions where they're never going to miss. But strikers miss chances. I don't know where modern football, like, get off FIFA. I beg you please, because stop bringing your FIFA knowledge into real football. Real football is not FIFA, kids. Please understand that. I'm here to give you kind advice. Do not equate FIFA, right? Your tech FIFA cheat mode and to real life football. But real life football is different.
You know Jamie O'Hara now.
No, the Woodward match. How do you get trending?
I know.
Why do you get trending? Say something mad about Man United. Listen, in any of these television sport programs,
they don't talk about anyone else.
Or radio programs, everybody, even fans that were not fans, other clubs' fan channels, talk about Man United. You know why? Because it brings in traffic.
Yeah.
Ching, ching, ching. Jamie O'Hara, Tottenham Cockney kid, getting on there. He was all right. He was an average player.
Yeah, he's a journeyman.
Listen, to be fair, he had bad injury and his career went down after that. So to me, when you're a professional footballer, you're better than everybody I know who's not a professional footballer. Like, you're so much.
Of course.
If you play in the Premier League, you have to be so good.
Yeah,
the level have to be
when
so good.
When he came into the club at Tottenham, he was a good player.
You have to be so good. So I'm not going to disparage him because he made it. You know, all of us, I think.
But why is he not talking about the real issues of millions, we need the midfielders?
Millions and millions of fans, and millions of, you know, human beings would love to play for Man United or love to play in the Premier League for any club. He get to achieve that. But as a serious commentator, in terms of making an analyst and a pundit, it's absolute trash. It's an easy formula.
Why is
Man United miss a couple of chances. Who do you scapegoat?
Why is it always a scapegoat?
Who do you scapegoat? Because listen, the biggest thing about English pundits, they hate France. They're jealous of France. They're jealous they're jealous of the talent that France produce. They're jealous of the level of quality play that the French produce.
Yeah.
They're jealous of Brazilians, of Argentinians, of Spanish talents. They will always have an easy target. Number one, he's black. Number two, he's French. So it's racism and xenophobia. But in terms of what they will do to protect the likes of Rashford, the likes of Greenwood, they would say something about them as well. They will disparage them in a certain ways, but they won't be too hard in them because they'll be like, but I don't want to damage their confidence because maybe he will come good for England. That's what the mentality is saying. And the thing is the easiest formula. Man United get knocked out of the Europa League. They don't make it to a final. The strikers miss a couple of chances. The easiest thing to go and the thing got viral is what. That's why I didn't post it. I didn't comment on it. But I heard other people comment on it. I'm like, I'm not going to give this any traffic. No. I'm not here. We're talking about it now. But I'm not here to give any traffic because you have to analyse why they do it. They do it because to drive traffic to Talk Sport. And then other programmes that are made from that was Jamie Wright. The guy will go, give us a call on 08.
And then when he comes in,
give us a call. Was he right? And then the fans will go there and like big up Flex because Flex had to check him. You know what? I'm glad that.
Perfectly.
You know what? I'm happy of that. But it's just ridiculous, man. It's absolute. Martial is not the problem, Man United. if Martial was not getting into those positions,
Listen,
I'll be absolutely
listen, we'll be finished,
get
mate. The amount of goals he scored us, you know, their top bins, and you know what I mean?
Listen.
The goal against Crystal Palace, you know what I mean? There's a lot of reasons where...
Saeed, listen, strikers miss chances. I've seen Christian Vieri, one of the top Italian goal scorer strikers who played for Inter Milan. I think he played for Juventus.
Parma.
This guy missed the absolute city in the World Cup. And people miss. And City fans are now saying to me, Sterling, Mr. West, Mr. World.
I know, but still gets into chances though.
We've seen.
There's a reason why Harry Kane didn't pass him, didn't it?
Yo, those memes are quick. The internet is got receipts,
quick, man.
The internet is crazy, man. But to be fair, I think he would have scored. He would have scored if Kane is just greedy.
Yeah,
and everybody talking about Harry Kane. What's Harry Kane going to do at Man United? Harry Kane will go months without scoring any goals. Forget well, how many times in the season, in the past couple of years, has Harry Kane gone
August without scoring?
September, where he doesn't score any goals.
But I just don't think United should be looking at that.
Man United, I'm not. He's a guy who hugs the ball. That's another thing as well. I wanted to bring about Grealish. Grealish holds onto the ball too much, mate.
But he's quality.
He's top man. He might be top man at Villa, but he holds onto the ball too much. And one thing I would say about Brooks doesn't hold the ball too much. Brooks has got a left foot. He gives the ball, but that's Brooks with a. Before the injury. Yeah. After the injury, we don't know. Exactly. We don't know. And when you have ankle injuries, they never go away, mate. They persist here. When you get a knee or ankle, they're the two places of football.
And as a player, I'm worried, man. But Nuruddin,
listen,
been a pleasure.
It is what it is. Like I said, don't get frustrated. There's more things important in football.
Oh, yeah, without
there are more things in life that's important than football. Man United fans, the kids who watch FIFA, the kids who want to get giddy because Sancho signed, just remember, even with the Sancho signing, Man United could still finish 6th or 7th. Yeah. I'm saying that. I am telling you that. Because if we do not sign 3 minimum that can go into the first team, 3 minimum, I can't see Man United battling Champions League and battling Premier League to sustain what this thing right as well. I'm not saying Man United to win or even to put a proper challenge in for the league. I'm saying Man United to sustain 3rd. That's what I'm talking about. I don't think
we'll get 4th next season. We don't get.
Well, if you get 3 players, quality players, we might be able to sustain. But
Brooks will be one of them, though.
No.
Brooks will be one of the 3, though.
It's not. I doubt it.
I really do, man. If that gets, if that continues, no, but you tell me why the reason why Brooks won't come to Man United.
Saeed, listen, I don't think he's fully recovered from his injury, and I would be shocked if Manchester United was to take.
But it's a gamble.
A guy,
you know what?
For 40 million, we might as well go and get Van der Beek, mate.
That's what I said, and people were laughing at me saying Van der Beek.
Apparently, this Ayore kid might even cost. It might cost 50 million.
50 million.
So why don't you put another 10 in and just go and get that kid?
You know, why don't you put another 10 in to go get Partey for 50 million? You know what I mean? There's a lot of players.
So we've said this again and again. We sound like broken records,
mate. You know what I mean? And it's just
unless the Glazers and Woodward get off, Man United, unless they make this decision and think, you know what, we've done this 7 years so wrong. We need to go and get footballing people to make footballing decisions in this club. Man United, we're going to find ourselves again. We're like a yo-yo. We're going to be a yo-yo club. While other teams in Europe have stabilised. Like, for example, like team like Bayern Munich. Team like Bayern Munich are so clever. So tomorrow, on Sunday, the final will be Paris Saint-Germain and Bayern Munich. Now, there's a Paris Saint-Germain model and there's a Bayern Munich model. Yeah. Bayern Munich, with their sporting directors and head of recruitment, we'll get together and look at what's going on. We'll get insight on players in these top clubs. And what they will do is we'll think, how many years has he got left on his contract? That's why they get some players cheap. They get experienced players cheap while they clean out and get the best young talents in Germany.
Well, Goretzka was free. You know how much it costs the style of it, isn't it? 80 million. Just 80 million left. The full team, that first 11 that played yesterday.
Why is that, Saeed? Because they've got proper structure football.
Structure. And on that note, socials.
That guy, Red Devil, you can come for me anytime you want. All day, every day. I'm here for the therapy. I'll take the abuse as well.
Yeah. Also, fans come at me as well. You get me the Banter FC crown, but guys,
Saeed, I think the crown might be coming back on us. You know, we might be taking that crown.
I don't want the crown. I don't want it.
Arsenal might be passing that crown back to us. It's like
It's a yo-yo, isn't it?
It's a yo-yo.
You know what I mean?
I mean, they hold it more than us.
Yeah, of course.
But
they hug it. You know what I mean? That definition of hug.
They hug that. They take man like Troops and that. Shout out Troops. Shout out Uncle Robbie. Man like them taking it to bed. That crown to bed, hugging that. You know what I mean? Next to them.
Telling you, man.
Yeah.
But guys, this video podcast 85, sponsored by the One Football app. Make sure you go download it. Link in the description. It will be in the description below. All your football news, all your latest transfer news, and yeah, man, we might get a transfer. We just don't know. With this football club, you never know, guys. Guys,
say it. We don't know FC.
We don't know FC. Guys, please like the video, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you soon, guys. Take care, bye.